What's going on, friends? Bad Guy Cam here with our first team builder of Season 4 of the NPBA. I keep wanting to say Season 5. No idea why. But we're here, and you'll see we're doing a little bit differently this time around compared to what we did last season. Last season just had it pulled up in Showdown. But this season, I think we're going to do something kind of cool and maybe pop some stuff over here, build the team out, and show what's going down. So, yeah, that's one of the changes this year. Super excited about that. I'm also going to be putting up a graphic here in just a second with my opponent's team, but let's really just kick it off, right? So we are going up week 1 against Malcolm 24 and the Philadelphia Phantumps. And it's, as you can see on screen, very, very scary team. They have a Melmetal, Clefable, Spectrier, Mandibuzz, Slowbro, Rotom Mo, Terrakion, Smeargle, Trubbish, Mega Camerupt, and Bronzor. So some pretty big threats here that we've had to figure out how to work around with our team. So just some main things I'm going to call out from his team. Spectrier's fastest thing on his team at base 130. Obviously, super scary mon. It does not get much coverage, but if you get that thing going end game, it's almost impossible to take down. So that's one thing we have to be very careful about. One of the other things that really stood out to me is the prevalence of a Trick Room option. Melmetal, Mega Camerupt, and Slowbro kind of making that all happen. Bronzor obviously getting that Trick Room ability, or Trick Room move as well, but doesn't make as much sense in my mind compared to bringing like Slowbro. So some of the big things that I noticed off the bat were that. Second thing is that Mandibuzz and Clefable are there, which are massive walls to try to get through. So on paper, this was a very interesting matchup for me. And so the team I brought, I'm not 100% convinced is the best team to bring. I've changed it a couple times, and I'm just really... We're just going to have to see. We're going to have to see. So let's go ahead and start talking about the team that I will be bringing, which we're going to kick things off with Colonel Sanders, the Moltres. So Moltres has kind of like a middle matchup this time, but I definitely need a defog, and we're bringing Mew a little bit different later. So, and spoiler alert, what we're going to be doing with Moltres is we're going to be defogging, we're going to be U-turning, and then we have a couple moves on there as well, Fire Blast and Scorching Sands, which are going to hit, pretty much everything we need it to. It's going to hit everything at least neutrally. It's mostly here to help out the Melmetal. As you can see by the EV spread, we're bringing a defensive flame body version, holding heavy duty boots. Again, just kind of focusing around that defog, being able to take some hits from the Melmetal, hopefully, going for that double Iron Bash, and being able to, maybe get a burn because of that. One other thing to note, I am running enough defense to live a Rock Slide, I think, from Melmetal, as well as the Mega Camerupt, which this is also going to be a pretty good switch into Mega Camerupt. I'm assuming it's probably going to be running Rock Slide to cover Moltres, but it does resist both its stabs in fire, obviously, and then immune to the ground. So that's what Moltres is doing this week. Kind of straightforward, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. I have some good hopes for Colonel Sanders. Next up, we are going to be going over Como-O, and this was the most recent addition to the team, and I'm still not 100% sure this is going to be the right bring, but I'm excited to bring it nonetheless. As you may have saw in the team breakdown video, we have so many things we can do with Como-O, and this week we are going for the Throat Spray Clangorous Soul set. So we're running the ability Bulletproof, mainly because of Shadow Ball from Spectrier, right? So Spectrier cannot touch us unless it gets us burned first. So it's a Spectrier answer. With a after Clangorous Soul and Throat Spray, and we're +2, Clanging Scales does OHKO a Spectrier, depending on the set. If it's a very bulky set, then probably not, but in most sets where it's going to be, kind of that faster attacking version, it does. The biggest problem for Como-O, two things actually. So first off is that Clefable. If he brings Unaware Clefable, Como-O is just going to suck it up. He is not going to do very well until late game. Maybe if we get some chip damage, whatever. Because Flash Cannon does 2-ko, and so if we can get it chipped down enough, we should be good. I didn't really talk much about the moves, but we are bringing Clanging Scales, Aura Sphere, and Flash Cannon. Aura Sphere is to hit the Melmetal 100% of the time. I was considering running Focus Blast. It does so much more damage, but I just can't afford the misses, especially if I start hitting, like throwing up some Clanging Scales, which is going to cause my defense to drop. And if I go into that Melmetal, if he goes in that Melmetal and I'm at -1 defense and I miss the Aura Sphere that's going to OHKO, then we're kind of out of luck. Aura Sphere does OHKO Melmetal, assuming it's not an Assault Vest set. Otherwise, Clanging Scales pretty much runs through the rest of his team. It handles the Mega Camera up super well. It handles Rotom super well. We don't need to worry too much about getting burned because we're not physical. So overall, I really am very excited about this. We almost brought a Choice Scarf Zarude instead of this because Slowbro is a little bit of a problem as well. If it's fully defensive, not so much. If it's got some special defense, it could be a problem. But I figured this was a good enough answer and a little bit more of an aggressive choice than the Choice Scarf Zarude was. Next up, let's take a moment to talk about Hephaestus, the Mega Aggron. And this is an interesting set that I'm bringing this week. You can see we're Sturdy with Mega Aggronite, or Sturdy is the, not Sturdy, Filter. Sturdy is the ability before, and then we'll have the Filter. So that does help us take attacks from the Mega Camera up to a little bit better. But we are running Curse, Rest, Heavy Slam, Earthquake, max special defense, and basically max HP. So and then the little 8 in attack as well. So the biggest thing we're gonna try to do this week is Curse, and there's 2 ways this can go. First off, if they have Trick Room up, I can live a Melmetal attack. I can live anything that Melmetal wants to throw at me. I can Curse up. That will let me live at least 2 more hits, and I can hit it with 2 Earthquakes and knock it out. Heavy Slam also does a ton of damage to most of his team. Mega Camera Up does a little bit of problem. I have to get to like a -3 with the Curse to like outspeed it in Trick Room. Underspeed it, I guess you could say. But if I can stall out Trick Room long enough, I will, and I'm like +2, I can definitely take out that Mega Camera Up no problem. And then we have the rest for just a little bit more longevity. So if we're starting to Curse up, Melmetal's kind of getting those hits in, we can do something about that. Same if like a Spectrier later game. We actually do take a couple hits from Spectrier, so maybe we can get some hits off and do something there. So Mega Aggron's a very interesting bring this week. I'm not 100% convinced, as with the rest of the team, I'm not 100% convinced it's going to do what I want it to do. But Heavy Slam and Earthquake both chunk his team. This is my #1 Clefable answer as well. So Clefable is a huge problem for my team. It's easily, I know it's coming, right? I didn't mention what I think he's going to bring, but I do think he's bringing Clefable, Melmetal, Slowbro, Mega Camera, Mandibuzz, and Spectrier. He does have some big other threats on his team, like the Terrakion. I think Rotom Mo has a shot at coming. The Smeargle, Trubbish, and Bronzor, not so much. Smeargle is the one I could see coming, potentially with like a Sticky Web or like a Toxic Spikes of some sort, but that's pretty much it. Maybe a Spore set as well. So not counting it out, but I highly, highly doubt it. So those are the ones I think that he's going to be bringing. The big thing he's leaving off is the Terrakion, which, I mean, it doesn't really have the best matchup against me, so I wouldn't be surprised to not see it there at all. But yeah, so that's what I think he's bringing. Anyway, halfway through talking about my team, and that's where we're at. So Mega Aggron really shuts down a lot of things from the defensive side, and hopefully we can get some curses up. Heavy Slam's going to do a ton of damage, Earthquake's going to do a ton of damage, and we should be able to take out pretty much anything. Next Pokemon we're bringing is Iris the Sylveon, holding the leftovers with the Pixelate ability. We are running Wish, Heal Bell, Yawn, and Hyper Voice. So, kind of an interesting set. We're running a whole lot of special defense, 216. Bold nature? What's that nature again? Yeah, bold. I got it right. Cool. And then a little bit of special defense, and then a little bit of special attack. And this is going to help us live attacks from that Melmetal. As you can tell, I am very, very scared about that Melmetal. But the biggest thing that Sylveon's going to be doing is the Wish, the Heal Bell, and the Yawn, right? Hyper Voice is mainly there to hit the Mandibuzz. It's going to do a ton of damage, and it's one of my best ways to handle Mandibuzz. So between the Wish, Heal Bell, and the Yawn, Mandibuzz shouldn't be a problem. Wish, obviously, going to keep our Mega Aggron healthy. It's going to keep our Kommo-o healthy. Heal Bell, just in case we do get toxic or burned on something we don't want to be toxic or burned on. I do see the potential of that with the Spectrier, because if he brings it, he's going to have to bring a Hex set so that Kommo-o just doesn't shut it down completely. So I definitely think that Heal Bell is a worthwhile bring. And then Yawn is the interesting move, because if he brings Trick Room, we need ways to stall it. And so for me, it was either Protect or Yawn. And by getting that Yawn in there, we can force my opponent to make some big decisions of, do I stay in and try to like attack? And if he does, and then he goes to sleep, that brings in Muay Thai for free. And I can set up and then run through his team. So I felt it was a better option than Protect, just because of the setup options that the Yawn could potentially give us. So that's why we're running that instead of Protect. And then Hyper Voice, like I said, it's just going to do as much damage as it does. Moving on to our second to last Pokemon, who I alluded to earlier, but we're going to bring Blueberry the Mew, holding Leftovers, Synchronize, U-Turn, Stealth Rock, Taunt, and Knock Off. So I've been talking about Trick Room a lot. I am very, very scared of the Trick Room. Mew is here to try to stop that Trick Room. Taunt, the idea is we're going to get in, we're going to taunt. I'm hoping that the Slowbro, this is our lead. First off, this is our lead today. If the Slowbro leads, we're going to taunt. Depending on whatever else comes in, we're going to make a decision from there. But if the Slowbro leads, we're going to taunt. So it can't U-turn, or it can't teleport out, it can't set up the Trick Room. If we have we're in a position where Mew has to come into a Trick Rooming Slowbro, that's where we're going to taunt and hopefully burn a turn of that Trick Room, forcing him to not to do a move and then take a move to switch. So, and then from there we can U-turn out and play some moves. Or we can click Knock Off to potentially, damage or get rid of an item that's going to potentially be damaging to us. So we're also running Stealth Rock, we're running Knock Off, we're running some defense, we're running some special defense. Excuse me. This was a very unique set. I actually had Counter on there for a minute, but then I realized that there's no way Terrakion going to come. So the only thing it's going to be used for is the Melmetal, which Knock Off is going to do just fine. And then if we are under Trick Room, we can take a hit or two, I believe, and U-turn out into something that can, handle whatever the Melmetal is going to do. So that's what Mew's going to be doing this week. It's a very strange set. It's kind of a basic Mew set, very utility, but I'm hoping that it works and does what it wants, what we want it to do. And then our last Mon for the week is 007 Inteleon, holding the Life Orb with the Torrent ability, U-turn, Surf, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball. So we are running 160 speed, 252 special attack, and 96 in hit points with a timid nature. So this is purely here because of Mega Camerupt. As I was going through kind of like some simulations in my head and thinking about like, if I did this, what would happen? Mega Camerupt is a huge threat to my team. Everything else that I have is kind of focused on taking down the Melmetal and or the Spectrier, with some, hopefully the Clefable. We'll see. That Clefable is going to cause me a lot of problems. But 007 is going to be here to specifically take on that Camerupt. It does... Under Trick Room, I don't think we live any hits, if I remember correctly. Especially if, he's going for something like an Earth Power. I believe Fire Blast we lived okay, but Earth Power does knock us out. So we're going to see how that goes. But outside of Trick Room, Surf just absolutely annihilates it. And Surf does do more damage than like a Snipe Shot or a Scald would do, but I don't want to miss with the Hydro Pump, so that's why we're running Surf. Ice Beam obviously there to hit the Mandibuzz hard and the Rotom Mow, because those are probably going to be two switch-ins to it. Surf is going to be hitting things like, if by some chance the Terrakion does come, it's going to just absolutely take out the Terrakion. And we're running enough speed to outspeed that max speed Terrakion, but we do not outspeed the Spectrier. And Spectrier is going to be the biggest problem for this Inteleon. I was debating after I took Scarf Zarudolph to switch it up, but the Life Orb we definitely need to do the damage necessary for Inteleon to be effective in the way I want it to. So, very interesting team we're bringing this week. I don't know how we're going to do. I am very, very scared of this trick room and trying to, the mind games that go along with it, and then just seeing how this all plays out. So that's where we're going to call it for today. I'm going to go ahead and reach out to Malcolm and see if we're good to go. And if we are, then I will see you here just in a few minutes. But you'll see it right now. Okay, welcome back. And this... I am clearly no good at predicting teams. We see no Melmetal, which I prepped so much for. We also do not see the Spectrier either. Instead, we do see the Slowbro, we see the Mega Camerupt, and we see the Clefable, but instead we also see the Bronzong, the Bronzong, the Bronzor, the Terrakion, and the Smeargle. So I think our best option here is to just lead with Blueberry. Like we planned, we're going to go for the Taunt because I see that there is so much potential like hazards and stacking and potential trick rooms. So I'm so glad I brought Taunt on Mew this week. I think that's going to be a great bring. Just looking at his team, I do think that Clefable could potentially be like an unaware setup sweeper. Potentially. I really don't know. He has a lot of things on his team that I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they're going to do. Do you see another Moltres counter? I don't know. Nothing's stopping Moltres, let's be honest. Oh my gosh, okay. Let's see. So we're leading with Blueberry. Well, while we wait for him to make his pick, we'll kind of think this through, right? So, Slowbro. Oh, we also don't see the Mandibuzz. That's the other thing. So, first thing that I'm going to notice is that my guess is the Terrakion is Choice Scarf, if I had to guess, which means it's going to be outspeeding my Como-O at +1. We do see the Smeargle lead. Perfect. We go for Taunt. Easy peasy. Oh, he's Choice Scarfed. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Interesting. Because we know Own Tempo, Technician Moody, obviously, so he's probably running Own Tempo. But he was faster. It's probably because of my speed, so he's probably running max speed, actually. So if he's Sticky Web lead, yep, he's going to be faster than my Mew. I thought so too. On tempo, maybe? So that's a good point. I have Synchronize, and he didn't get put to sleep. On tempo, maybe? I have no idea. Well, we'll figure that out later. But now Blueberry's asleep, so we can't taunt. So I think that means our best course of action is to... Who's my least... Oh, that's going to be super frustrating. Because I don't think I can leave Mew in at this point. But we know he's not Scarf. That was kind of an overreaction on my part. I forgot my Mew's super slow. He's probably running Focus Sash as well. I think we actually go into Mega Aggron here. There it is. There's the Trick Room. So we go Mega Curse. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're doing the things right this time. Okay, so we are... So let's go to our Mega Aggron, check our stats. So if we go +1, +1, and then -1 on speed, and we go into Slowbro, defensive pivot, we'll say if you're max, Earthquake's doing about 1/3 right now, and you're still slower, so I'm going to Curse again. He goes for the Teleport. Who does he go into? So now if we're -2, 68, we're still not slower than the Slowbro. assuming that he's a negative speed nature, which he probably is. But he has all sorts of freaking Trick Room options. I knew it. I knew the Trick Room was coming. It was so obvious with this team. I mean, that's probably what he prepped for. It's probably a style of his, which I admire. I think Trick Room is really cool if you can pull it off. But I don't know what he's going into now. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's look at Mega Camerupt. So he goes into the Bronzor. Oh, shit. I misclicked. Oh my gosh. I went to click back onto my screen and I misclicked. It's okay. It's okay. It's the game we play. So I'm going to go ahead. What am I going to do now? Because that's super annoying. I was set up. I was ready to go. That's okay. We play through it. We're going to go for the Yawn. Last turn of Trick Room. Oh, that's frustrating. Because if I would have gone +3, +3, -3, then how much would we have done to a Bronzor with an Eviolite at level 100? Over half, so not great. Okay, so he went for the Toxic. My guess he's probably going to go either for a Trick Room here or he's going to try for the Toxic again, but we're going to go... Aha, okay, perfect. That is fantastic. So what's his answer here? Probably the Slowbro. I'm going to click Heavy Slam. See what item he has. Probably Rocky Helmet. No Rocky Helmet. That's okay. Now we click Curse again. There's the Trick Room. Perfect. Okay. And I'm just going to Curse up again, because I'm pretty sure he's going to go for the Teleport. Yep. There's the Camerupt. We click Earthquake. Oh, he takes me out. I didn't even think about Eruption. Oh, shit. Oh my gosh. Okay. Camerupt. Mega. Doubles Trick Room Attacker. I didn't even think about Eruption. Oh my gosh. Why did I not prep for that? Ah, okay. Okay, so what's going to live this? I don't think anything lives this. I'm not going to lie. This is not starting off how I wanted it to. That is for sure. I think we have to go into Colonel Sanders here. And we click Scorching Sands. Oh my goodness. It's going to do about half. Oh my goodness. The Ancient Power. So strong. I thought this thing didn't get Ancient Power. I guess it does. We're going to just go into Como now then. And go for the Clangorous Soul. Because that's all we can do at this point. And then we hope for... Oh my gosh, he's so bulky. GG's LMAO. There's no way we're bringing this back. This is an awful, awful start to the season. We click Yawn. I even knew the Trick Room was coming. I made so many mistakes there. It's all good though. And then we switch into Bubble 07. Dang it. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can at least take one down, but man, what a... I should have... that was poor. For as much as I prepped very poorly. Let's just say that. Oh, God. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, right? It's fine. So this thing's definitely going to have... go for the Trick Room, probably. We're going to U-turn. We're going to get back out into Blueberry. See if we can't wake up. There's the Trick Room. We're going to just click Knock Off. He's going to teleport, of course. I'm still also not sure why. Does Synchronize work with Spore? I'm trying to see what it could be, but I really have no idea. Oh my goodness, we go into the Bronzor. We're just gonna he's gonna keep trying to toxic me. We're gonna click Knock Off. He's got one turn left, so I think we actually go for Stealth Rocks here. It did it. Okay, and then I think at this turn we click Taunt. There's no way. There's absolutely no way we're coming back from this. Oh, well, it killed itself, so we don't get 6-0'd. Yay! Well, we're going to click Knock Off, and maybe we'll take out the Smeargle too. Hey, we take out the Smeargle! Yeah, it's 4-0! There's no way we win this. Absolutely no way we win this. We're just going to switch into Sylveon. We'll try our best, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, Life Orb. That's a good sign. That is a very good sign. Okay, what's the play here? There's the Clefable. There's no way we're doing this. Unless I put it to sleep. That's kind of like the only option I have right now. So what does he go into? Slowbro? Clefable. Yep. And then we go for the Yawn. And then we go for the... Go for the Yawn again. Oh, that was a stupid play. That was a stupid play. Sorry, Blueberry. He's running both Fire Blast and Eruption. That's okay. Let's see. I think we click Shadow Ball, right? Because he's going to try to switch into... Because there's no way he can stay in. It's either that or the Clefable. Shadow Ball's doing a ton. We're going to click Shadow Ball. Yay, we made a play! And then we're going to click U-turn to go into Sylveon, where we are going to click same thing we've always clicked. We're going to click Yawn. Goes for the Moonblast. We get the special attack drop. That's fine. We're going to click Wish. Teleport. He's going to go in the Slowbro. Oh, he goes in the Mega Camerupt. Interesting. Hyper Voice, I guess. Earth Power. We live the Earth Power. That's nice. Yeah, there's there's no way we win this. I mean, at least it wasn't a 6-0 to start off the season, but interesting. So now what do we do? Do we try to go for the hyper voice? Because at this point, he doesn't need to click Trick Room on anything anymore. Yeah, we click hyper voice and just try to get as much damage off as we can. And then on this turn, we click Wish. Go into our Inteleon. We click Surf this time, which does over half. Get the Wish. Hold on. Hold on. So you're telling me there's still a chance. If Inteleon pulls this out, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. There is a chance, though. Because Slowbro goes out. Like, if he keeps switching around enough, then yes. Oh, he lived. That's okay. That's okay. Inteleon might actually pull this out for us. Okay, we're not getting too excited. We're not getting too excited. If he would have gone for a different move other than Protect there, he would have won. Hands down. Because if he would have gone for, like, a Moonblast or a Teleport or something like he would have... Well, Teleport, no. If he would have gone for Moonblast, that probably would have chunked me quite a bit. But let's see. Clef as, like, a utility. Moonblast would have done, like, half. Yeah. How much is a fully 252 special defense? So he's not fully specially defensive. So Shadow Ball should take it out. Just in case. Say just in case he went into the Slowbro there. And then we click Shadow Ball again. And that should take out the Slowbro, I believe. Does 39 to the Terrakion. Oh, I see what he's trying to do. I see what he's trying to do. He's getting that Slowbro back up to health. I wonder what move it's got. It's probably got like Scald. Yeah. Unfortunately, we'd have to get a crit here. Yep, there's the Trick Room. There's the Trick Room. And then Mega Camera brings it home. Oh my goodness. There was yep. So it's a 1-0, Inteleon putting in the work at the end. Definitely very different game if I haven't misclicked. Oh my gosh, wow, that was a crazy one. Dang, okay. So just a quick unpack of this battle. Inteleon nearly saved us. He made the right play at the end with the Slowbro. Doing Slowbro things of Regenerator. The only way I was going to win outside of that was a crit. So good plays at the end. Yeah, the one thing I can say is like the Bronzor plays were kind of a little suspect. That if he would have not done that, he probably would have got at least like a 4, if not a 5-0 at that point. But Inteleon potentially could have done that. We're doing 50, realizing it was because of Torrent. Gotcha. Yep. So we were running Torrent, but we weren't down there. Could have just wished. Interesting. So anyway, before I just am babbling on and on, thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. Unfortunately, we do start off the season with a 1-0 loss. My opponent played very well. I still super mad at myself for that misclick. I don't want to say it cost us the game, but it definitely took us out of a good position. So unfortunately, it is what it is. Starting off the season as 1-0. Happy with how the team performed in the end, though. So thank you all for watching, and we will catch you next week. See you, friends.